Right, hello everyone and welcome back to the stream. Last time we basically got ourselves to the end of the Soviet campaign. The plan was to completely finish it this time so we could dedicate like a nice amount of streams to the expansion and the secret campaign and all that. However, I am very slightly headachy. So we'll see how long I can last. Like if I have if I have a lot of trouble with the missions and I just can't manage it, then I may have to cut it short. But we're gonna give it a good old try. So hello, and this is also the first stream on my new PC. This time everything.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Report. Awaiting coordinates. Lost. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Wow, that's a start.
Report. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Probably gonna restart this one after I get a bit of a perspective on the land. Okay, there be gemstones down here. And money.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
And also money up there. So basically we can set up refineries down here and up there. I guess down here looks more promising to start with, especially because the attacks seem to be coming from here. So I'm probably going to start here-ish. There. Just needed to examine the land a bit. Oh, also the stream notifications widget thing is below the game right now, which is not good. There it is. So if people follow or subscribe, it should come up on the actual screen now.
Yes, sir. Waiting order. Affirmative. Awaiting order. Affirmative. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Lost. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Perfect. Affirmative. Vehicle report.
Okay, those losses are still not good, but more acceptable than what we had last time.
Options. Building. Construction complete. New construction options.
Like I was not gonna lose a mammoth tank that early in the mission. Also, I have all the stuff, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I have all the stuff in OBS Studio now, so I don't need any other browser or program. Though I could probably run the browser easy on this PC. Like alongside gaming and streaming. Also, I am very grateful for the Steam Cloud. Like I could start the game without a hitch, no problems. And it still had all my saves.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
I like that they give you some gems to begin with, like a little quick start there.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building. Construction complete. Silos needed. Building. Silos needed.
Oh man, he's already crying for the silos.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting for acknowledged.
Right.
New construction options. Building.
Reporting.
So they are going to do that thing where they continually attack my economy. to annoy me.
Building.
So yeah, a service depot will probably be a smart investment at this stage.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Of course.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Very well. Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
I'm sorry, I didn't know I entered the no chill zone right away.
Affirmative.
Base
Affirmative.
is under attack. New construction options. Unit lost. Training. Unit ready. Training.
Report. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Reporting.
Training.
At
Unit
once. Waiting
ready.
orders. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Building.
Okay, I can see now that putting the thing at the bottom was a bad idea and we should have put it at the top instead.
Unit lost. Unit lost. On hold. Our base is under attack. Cancel. Building.
Alright, let's give that one another go. Wow, the AI is aggressive in this mission. I mean, it is basically the penultimate mission of the
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir.
campaign, I
Affirmative.
suppose.
Report. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, so
Affirmative.
clearly,
Acknowledged.
down there, bad idea. Should have known better.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Comrade.
I sure love it when the fight gets censored. Really adds to the excitement.
Unit lost. New construction
Awaiting
options.
orders. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building.
At least the mammoth tanks
Construction
heal.
complete. New construction options.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
There is a way to the
Building.
ore up here, isn't there?
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yeah, it's not exactly the most efficient path, but
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
if it makes sure I don't get attacked, yeah, it's probably easier to come in from the from the right here, but well, I guess the main thing is we need more
Training.
defenses, like right away.
Construction complete. Unit ready. Training. New construction options. Building.
We shouldn't just
Unit
build the
ready.
war
Reporting.
factory
Agreed.
and barracks. We should
Reporting.
actually
Agreed.
make stuff
Construction
with them.
complete.
Guys, I do sometimes get in the habit of waiting too long to
Building.
build the stuff I need.
Construction complete.
Also, I really like that
Building.
the song
Acknowledged.
calls
Affirmative.
back to act on instinct a bit with that melody, like that series of notes. That one. So yeah, can we get attacked from the top? We're kind of at the top right of the map, so it's not impossible if they kind of shenanigan their way through this field of
Construction
money,
complete. New construction options.
but oh yeah, they do not care. They just attack from whichever way they feel like. Okay.
Base is under attack.
That's good to know. Good to know. I sure am happy to know that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, defenses as quickly as possible,
Building.
please. But also we want to increase the speed of our economy, so it's...
Construction complete.
So yeah, worry that if I invest too
Unit
much
ready.
in defenses right
Building.
now, that's gonna stunt our development later down the line. That's the big
On
issue
hold.
here.
Cancel. Building. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Comrade.
So yeah, we need Tesla coils and then we need to protect them.
Insufficient funds.
Ah, the money's run out. So from now on,
On
slow
hold.
economy.
Cancel. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Okay, See, I'm just waiting for that massive attack from the south they pulled on me last time. That nonsense. Also,
Construction complete.
I probably should have run a test. Like, does everything sound good? Oh, there they are.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Base is under attack.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Okay, it's safe to say that was successfully defended.
Construction complete.
Let's call this a proper start then.
Mission saved. Building. Cancel. On hold. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Okay.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
The south is now relatively well defended. Let's get that service depot up.
Silos needed.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. New construction options.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Repairing. The base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Unit repaired. Repairing. Unit repaired. Silos needed. Building. Construction complete.
This top right area is definitely starting to feel like an
Building.
Achilles heel a bit.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
We haven't seen any aerial attacks yet. I wonder if that's gonna be a thing.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing. Construction complete. New construction options. Unit repaired. Building. Construction complete. 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 Our base is under attack. Building. Construction
I
complete.
do like how they almost seem to be pulled towards the defenses. I mean, you could have easily just driven in here, my dude.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Repairing.
Reporting.
Base is under attack. Repairing. Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
It's a bit more challenging here because there's not much space.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Prepare.
Yes, sir. Waiting order. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Right, that seems to be a lesson to also guard them from the
Building.
south.
Construction complete. Building. 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 Silos needed.
Maybe I should start sending some units around for
Unit
mapping
ready.
purposes.
At once.
Our base
Hey, hey,
is
hey,
under
hey, hey,
attack.
hey, 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 hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Reporting. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative.
Look at them just smugly standing there in the middle of the gold.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Always kill the healer first, that's the rule.
Acknowledged. At once. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Am I really gonna have to set up a flame tower or two here just to
Our base is
stop
under
them
attack.
from... Oh my gosh.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Very well.
Construction complete.
Very well. Of course. Very well. Agreed. Affirmative.
Cannot deploy here.
Fine. A flame tower it is. So...
Building.
this little corner is definitely a bit awkward for us.
Construction complete.
Awaiting affirmative.
Building.
Reporting affirmative.
Silos needed.
Right. To actually build those mammoth tanks, we also need the tech center, so let's get that up ASAP.
Yes, sir.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete. Unit ready. Building.
We
Building.
don't exactly have much space for it anymore, but it should be fine.
Awaiting orders.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
order.
Man, I really hate those gap generators. I really dislike them.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Like, it's one thing for them to just, like, hide things on the map,
Unit ready.
but it's an entirely different thing for them to, like, basically censor a battle. Like, I want to be able to control my units, please. Don't just take control away from me.
Unit ready. Cannot deploy here. Cannot deploy here.
Just click until it happens. That's my motto.
Awaiting orders. Agreed. Affirmative.
Unit lost. New construction options. Building. On hold. Cancel. Our base is under attack. Building. Prepare.
Our defenses are good, but not fully self-sustaining. You do see them destroy those walls, so those will have to be rebuilt.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Awaiting orders.
They can still pass by this, right?
Acknowledged.
I mean, I'd hope so.
Waiting
But...
orders. Acknowledged.
So yeah, this is a slightly awkwardly placed refinery. It's basically, it exists on borrowed time, shall we say. But that'll have to be fine for now.
Building.
Because the money up here is starting to run a little thin. Okay, after that's said and done.
Unit ready. Building. Base is under attack.
Alright, the walls.
Building.
I am the type of person to
Construction
immediately
complete.
forget important stuff like that.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Construction
I also
complete.
can't wait for games where you
Building.
can build multiple wall
Building.
segments at once.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
That's gonna be a
Building.
major convenience.
Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready.
It's my favorite
Building.
setup where I can hit them, but they can't
Construction
hit me back. Love it.
Yes, sir.
Base
At
is under
once.
attack.
Very well. At once. Of course. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Building.
Yes, sir. Very well. At once. At once.
Building.
Just like I built a little safety flame tower up there, I should probably build a little safety flame tower down here. If nothing else, it'll at least make them shoot at it for a bit and get them,
Unit ready.
keep them in that
Building.
pleasant range of the. Oh.
Base is under attack. Prepare.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Well.
Construction complete.
I had wondered out loud if
Building.
aerial attacks are gonna be a thing. Oh hey! Back to Murder. Welcome to the stream and thank you for the resubscribe. Buys a brand new PC with a 3070. Plays a 2D Ancient Command and Conquer. I mean, it's a remade Ancient
Unit
Command and
ready.
Conquer. But yes, you're right.
Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
But listen to those high quality Russian
Construction
accents.
complete.
It's all worth it.
Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Building.
But hey, welcome to
Unit
the stream.
ready.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
On hold. Cancel. Construction complete.
Reporting. Affirmative. Very well.
Building.
Okay, our base is somewhat more guarded against aerial attacks now. Let's keep up with the good
Prepare.
work.
Reporting. Reporting.
Okay, so this dude just casually walked over here and
Reporting.
now he's standing there forever. Okay,
At once.
makes perfect
Construction
sense.
complete. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building.
Reporting. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. At once.
Base
Affirmative.
is under attack.
Affirmative. Awaiting affirmative. Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Alright, the Tesla coils to prevent that
Prepare.
joke from happening again.
Building. Unit.
And hey, it
lost.
wasn't actually destroyed. I thought it was destroyed, but they didn't even get that
Construction
far.
complete.
Good.
Building. The base is under attack.
Awaiting for affirmative.
Construction complete. Repairing. New construction options.
Whoops.
Low power. Building. On
I
hold.
just turned off my
Team
Tesla
orders.
coils by accident.
Repairs.
Whoops.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Very well.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Building.
Oh, I see.
Base is under attack. Silos
Some
needed.
scummy allies are just waiting around here, huh?
Construction complete.
How do you like burning?
Building. Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Building.
Okay, that guy is just really confused right now.
Spike lane ready. Silos needed. Construction complete.
Okay, show me what you got here. Okay, there is a base there. That's good to know.
Silos needed. Silos needed. Our base is under attack. Structure sold.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Okay, that's not
Silos
the
needed.
best, but we made it through. Look at this army, though. I have a notion that we might be able to make a serious dent in them if we can just reach them.
Silos
The mission is to destroy the radar domes, take out, quote-unquote, and then we can capture the chronosphere. Because Stalin wants us to.
mission saved. Our base is under attack. Spike lane ready. Silos needed. Building. Select target.
I want to know
Construction
the
complete.
path here.
Silos needed.
Okay, this is relatively
Select
safe, so let's
target.
drop some people there.
Reinforcements have arrived.
They will die, of course, but The point is that they live long enough to reveal some of the map. Ha
Awaiting
ha ha.
orders.
Oh, okay.
Affirmative.
I did not account for the helicopters.
Silos needed.
Agreed.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silos
At once.
needed.
Of course.
Base is under attack.
Of course.
Silos
Very well.
needed.
At once.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Silos needed.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Spy
Affirmative.
plane ready. Unit lost. Unit ready.
Right, the defenses seem
Building.
almost laughably
Mission
weak.
saved.
I almost want to just send these guys in there right away.
Affirmative.
The only problem is that boat. I don't like that boat. I don't like the way
Unit
it looks. I
lost.
don't like the way it looks at me. I don't like the way it keeps bumping into the bridge and slightly overlapping it. It seems pretty suspect to me, if I'm honest.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Right, I suppose an additional power plant
Waiting
wouldn't
orders
hurt.
once.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost. Cannot deploy here. Cannot deploy here. Cancel.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order.
Okay, that bridge looks like a
Yes, sir.
precarious thing.
Affirmative.
I
Unit
hope we
ready.
don't lose
Building.
units while they cross it.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Reporting.
Lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Lost.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Ready.
Affirmative. Ready. Awaiting.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
You really gotta bring in some anti-air with your troops, you think? I mean, you're right. But also,
Select.
there was an allied base here just
Unit
now. Where
ready.
is it? Ha 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 ha. No, you're absolutely correct though. I have a tendency to sacrifice a lot of units. It's not a good habit, but
Reporting. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
well, we gotta see if they rebuild anything here. Because if they don't, that's a pretty good sign that we've pretty much kneecapped their entire economy forever.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Nothing. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Now, actually, the mammoth tanks do have anti-air. I just kind of never bothered to use it. It's kind of embarrassing to admit it.
Prepare.
Let's see. To be fair, the Soviets don't really have that much good anti-air,
Unit
I
ready.
guess.
Building.
Vehicle reporting.
If this guy could
Acknowledged.
stop doing that, that would be extremely appreciated.
Select target.
Okay, what have you got here?
Unit ready.
But yeah, you're right, I need to strategize a bit better.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
But I think what can happen is I can sometimes start to fixate on individual units, like, oh no, another helicopter. And then I lose my opportunity to rush, right? Anti-air is kind of redundant if you want to rush.
Unit ready. Building.
Right, because the good thing about air units is that they're all slow and they all need to go back to reload. So if I just keep bashing on their buildings and their buildings break, it's like, well, who cares if the unit gets destroyed now? they can never rebuild this because I have their construction yard and their money destroyed.
Spike lane ready. Unit ready.
So yeah, that's my reasoning, but I know it's not the best thing to do, but it is how I do.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit lost.
Okay, no more paratroopers then, I see. They have a lot of presence in the water here, which makes me a little worried. Perhaps we should start building some submarines.
Yes, sir.
I was talking about this last stream as well, but it's kind of a shame how useless the submarines are against land units. Like, by comparison, right, the units the allies have can attack both land and sea, which makes them incredibly useful. Like, these jerks can level an entire base if they're close enough. You see him? He's basically chomping at the bit. He's just a bit too far away from my base, but he really wants to go there.
Building.
Oh, they're doing that again. Very funny.
Our base is under attack. On hold. Cancel.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
I've already built up a whole new army again, so...
Acknowledged.
Oh, they really don't want me to have water units. It's probably a good sign that I should have them.
Building. On hold. Building.
Also, does everything sound good on your end? Like the game audio and my voice? Is it all balanced?
Insufficient.
Because I know this game can get loud, so just making sure.
Cancel. Construction complete.
Seems fine so far? Okay, thank you, thank you. It's useful to have someone check it for me.
Affirmative.
Okay, so I'm gonna send my second army, which is also ridiculous.
Acknowledged.
As you can see, I have, like, my strategies tend to go a bit, they tend to be described as brute force. Basically, I set up a very well defended base so I can just save up money, and then I just build these guys. And they're like,
Vehicle reporting.
and then I'm like,
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
like that.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Guys,
Unit
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
oh, they destroyed the bridge.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Right, so we will have to cross this one then.
unit lost.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
This game is all rock. Paper, scissors, Aryan, yes, or just 94 rocks.
Affirmative.
Exactly. I mean, as long as you bring enough rocks, the paper is gonna break eventually, right?
Waiting
Okay, so we
order.
need to destroy the
Acknowledged.
boatman here.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
One thing to know about boats, in a direct confrontation against land units, they tend to lose.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Which is why they depend on the range the water gives them to
Acknowledged.
destroy us from a distance.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Is this bridge gonna get exploded when I cross it too many times? Because that bridge definitely did. But it's probably because my harvesters were on it.
Affirmative.
They must have a shipyard then, somewhere, building all these ships. They gotta come from somewhere. Okay, so anti-air, there you go. Are you proud? This time I actually countered the air.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
I mean, on that note, mammoth tanks are basically the rock, the paper, and the scissors all in one go.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
This is a very well defended position.
Acknowledged.
It's a shame I have mammoth tanks.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
They can't even destroy one.
Acknowledged. Waiting order.
Okay, no helicopters this time, thank you.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Okay, we gotta destroy this quick or it becomes a problem. The boats are actually quite powerful, as you can see.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
No, don't break my precious tanky wankies. Maybe that's not what I should call them.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Let me grab some water in just a moment.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yeah, these ships are getting to be a problem because they're a bit too far from shore for my my big old friends to get there. Okay,
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
you go here,
Yes, sir.
you go here.
Affirmative.
Okay. Hmm. Shippy whippies fighting your tanky wankies. Ooh, woo. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. It was a bad choice of words. All my harvesters have been destroyed. That is a problem.
Cancel. Building.
Also, I keep calling them harvesters, even though in this game they're technically called ore trucks. But I mean, I guess we don't really need these land defenses.
Yes,
Now
sir.
they basically have no way to fight back against us anymore.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Okay, sorry. Grabbing the water now. One moment. Oh, actually, I have coffee. Silly me. Okay, I'm taking a sip of my coffee now. Thank you. Glug, glug, glug.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Reporting. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Reporting. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting.
If I had to describe this mission in a way,
Acknowledged.
it would be
Affirmative.
suspiciously easy.
Affirmative.
I know that's like the jinx of all jinxes, to call it easy,
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
but I have to just express how I...
Mission failed.
Okay, now I was not... Should I just stop the stream at this point? I don't even know why I failed.
Mission loaded.
Like, I genuinely don't know why I failed there.
Unit lost. Silos.
I do this to myself every time. Like I was saying it because I was legit sure nothing would happen, but it's like, why did I just fail there? What happened?
Building. Construction complete. Unit lost.
Alright, what's there in the bottom left? That's what I want to know.
Cancel. Unit ready.
Comrade.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Reporting.
But you saw the building I destroyed, right? That is not a radar dome.
Mission failed.
What? Huh? This must be a glitch, right? What is that? Why is it mission failed? What am I doing? What is it doing?
Mission loaded. Cancel. Unit lost. Silos needed. Our base is under attack. Prepare. Unit ready.
Yeah, that had to be clipped, I guess. Thank you. Thank you. But also, I genuinely don't get it, though.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
I'm gonna Google this, because this is strange. One moment. Capture Chronosphere mission failed is a Google search, so... Okay, so what I did there apparently was get too close to the building, and it trips it to explode if you don't have all the radar domes destroyed, but it was just, I don't understand.
Unit ready.
I guess there must have been radar domes I missed.
Awaiting orders.
But then what happened this last time? Why did the trip a mission fail when I was right here doing nothing at all? I wasn't hurting anyone.
Yes, sir.
I didn't come close to the... Well, now we know that the mission can basically fail for no reason. Oh! I sent the spy plane! I sent the spy plane, and it exploded because a unit came close. Okay, okay. I am starting to comprehend the logistics of this mission. Okay, okay. So it's not a bug, it's just slightly awkward.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Well, I just broke the bridge.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Like, with missions like this, they need to be a bit more transparent about what trips to fail.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
For example, is there something on the top left then? There must be another radar dome here then, right? Or not?
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Reporting.
lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Base is under attack.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, the war factory needs to go out. That's the most important thing to destroy at this point.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Okay, the refineries are next. No money for you.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative, sir.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Right, so
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
that initial attack went a lot better.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Silos needed.
You know what would really suit us in this mission? Having one of those tech centers from the Allies that gives you the whole map.
Reporting.
Yeah, I think it's kind of ridiculous that you can have they can trip a mission fail by just putting a spy plane near the chronosphere.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Like, I don't even know for sure where it is. Oh, please don't.
Select target.
Comrade.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
I think it's kind of weird you blame the game if you're the one that didn't stick to the mission parameters, soldier. I mean,
Repairing.
you are correct.
Repair.
If those were the mission parameters. However, this is what it says. Take out the radar domes to cut the link between them and the chronosphere, then capture it. It says nothing about getting too close and it instantly popping like a fragile balloon.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
I am going to have to sneeze in a moment also.
Unit ready. Building.
Okay, now that I've said it, I am no longer able to
Yes,
sneeze.
sir.
Darn.
Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
New construction options.
Anyway, we're gonna have to build some submarines, preferably before we're out of money this time.
Affirmative.
Building.
Okay, this guy is just really confused about what to do with his life.
Affirmative.
Just cruising along.
Comrade. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative.
So is there some kind of small island somewhere that I need to
Select
know about,
target.
guys?
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Insufficient funds.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Okay, so I try to keep like I try to play the games as blind as possible.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Okay, well this bridge is gonna go back, go back.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
I did send the spy plane, but you know what happened last time when I did that.
Yes, sir.
Spy
Acknowledged.
plane ready.
Comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
All right, so
Acknowledged.
I was watching. I came across a Red Alert 2 video on the YouTube, and it's I really started to get excited to play that again as well. It's gonna be a few games before we get there,
Yes, sir.
but
Acknowledged.
I'm excited.
Acknowledged.
So excited.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Hey Lily, welcome to the stream. I think you need more mammoth tanks, obviously. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have enough, you know? It's like only 2 small groups, really. I don't know, man. Gotta build a few more.
Yes, sir.
But no, you're right.
Affirmative.
So Lily, I was doing this mission, I was driving along, and if you scroll up, I'm not sure if the chat shows up for you. But I was talking about how the mission is suspiciously easy because I was winning. I drove my tanks over here, and it just tripped a mission fail, which was painful. Yeah, that. It was painful, and I didn't understand why. And I think it's because they don't tell you this, but the chronosphere just implodes if you even come close. It's not a matter of trying to capture it and it explodes. Just if you come close, boom. Like I didn't even see it yet, but apparently that was enough to trip it.
Unit ready. Building.
So it's probably my own fault, but I'm still salty about it.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Suppose we should break the radar domes then, since that is actually a mission parameter here. Might be good to build a shipyard here as well, or rather sub-pen. We don't get to have a goal.
Unit lost. On hold. Cancel.
That's true, you do need to prevent the radar domes. But my problem is, I don't feel like I got that close to the chronosphere, nor did I attempt to capture it yet. But apparently just getting close if you just get close while there are still radar domes, it just explodes off the bat, which is what surprised me.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yeah, it's just if you get within like 8 tiles of the chronosphere, right. So I failed because of that.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
I suppose I only have myself to blame.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Ooh, that's interesting. If you Iron Curtain the chronosphere, then approach, they'll try to detonate it, but it won't work.
Yes, sir.
So is that an alternate way to capture it or something?
Insufficient funds.
Cool.
On hold. Cancel.
The problem is, it exploded long before I saw it that time.
Vehicle report. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yep, I discovered that one right after I did the last attempt, Lily. I sent the spy plane to the bottom left, and I instantly tripped another mission failed, and I really was scared that the mission was bugged for a second there.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Naval unit
Acknowledged.
lost.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
See, I want to get up here without approaching the chronosphere.
Mission.
It was a lot of fun for everyone involved, except Arjen. That's how it usually goes, yes.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
See, the last time I got near these power plants, I think it tripped a fail, so I don't really want to do that, but I need to get up here, and they destroyed that bridge, so, yeah.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Select target. Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit lost. Unit lost. Select target.
Right, so they have a whole hacking base there. Affirmative, yes. They have a whole base there.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
They're the worst.
Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
If you like the voice clips now, you're gonna love them in Red Alert 2 and onwards.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Like I said, I
Acknowledged.
shouldn't have done it because I wanted to go into the experience relatively fresh again.
Acknowledged.
Just hearing those Red Alert 2 units just sends my heart aflutter.
Acknowledged.
Naval unit lost.
Like, one thing they changed from Red Alert 2 to Red Alert 2 Yuri's Revenge
Spy plane ready.
is that the harvesters of both sides have like a very distinct personality. So the allied harvester that collects the money is so cheerful that I've made like the thing he says when you send it back with the money. He's like, "Oh yes, I agree," and that's been like a thing I repeat at times when I want to come off as like overly positive or slightly sycophantic. And then the Soviet one is like, "Building Soviet economy, pride of the working class." And all that. It's good. It's good. It's a good game.
Building. Structure sold. Construction complete. Structure sold. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Alright, time for another sub pen then. But this pen ain't writing.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here.
Yes, you can.
Cannot deploy here.
Yes, you can.
Cannot deploy here. Cancel.
Ready
Building.
and wait well.
I'm just gonna deny it until he
Construction
builds.
complete.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Very well.
Building.
Come on.
Construction complete. Cannot deploy here.
Okay, why was that so hard? Come on, man. Don't do that to me.
Building. Unit ready.
Well, it's safe to say we don't need those anymore. Hopefully that's not an awful
Unit
jinx I
ready.
just did to myself.
Building.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Yes,
Building.
sir. Ready and waiting.
Unit ready.
Waiting.
Building.
Acknowledge.
Wait until the harvester drives into the
Insufficient
chronosphere
funds.
and explodes it.
Reporting. Acknowledge.
That'll be really funny.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Alright, can all the mammoths return to base,
Yes, sir.
please?
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Actually,
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
there is another possible angle of approach
At
here.
once. Affirmative. Very well. Agreed. Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative. At once. Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Very well. Of course.
Unit lost. Select target. Unit lost. Unit lost. Insufficient funds.
Alright. Yeah, we can just sell those defenses now.
Cancel.
Oh, so many
Building.
submarines. They
Awaiting
can't fit any more
Acknowledged.
submarines.
Unit ready.
There's just too many
Building.
submarines here.
Unit ready. Building. On hold. Structure sold.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit ready. Building.
Oh, they have managed to re-hide that, so...
On hold. Cancel.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
It's a pretty dirty trick to have so many
sir.
ships around that bridge.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Basically guarantees it'll be destroyed if you're not careful.
Affirmative.
At least there's a way around it, but... I am not happy with this.
Repairing. Select target.
How dare the allies be so sneaky. Now allow me to sneak into the back of their base.
Once.
Unit prepared.
Waiting orders. Yes, sir.
Unit prepared.
Sure is nice that they have literally no other defenses here. Who would win? A giant war factory or four conscript boys?
Unit prepared.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Prepared.
At once. At once. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Almost.
Unit prepared.
Almost. You see that?
Spy plane
Yes,
ready.
sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yeah, this whole base doesn't need to go down. Just the
Affirmative.
just that annoying radar thing.
Reporting.
Alright, these boys are back in town.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Structure sold.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Comrade. Yes, sir. Reporting.
What's going on here? This building is overlapping this one in a strange way.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Comrade. Affirmative.
Vehicle report. Acknowledged.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Ready and waiting.
Affirmative. We will bury them.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Water under the bridge. Okay,
Affirmative.
so
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Naval unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Acknowledged. Once. Very well. Agreed. Very well.
Unit lost.
oh yeah, just leave the two guys there. It's fine.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Comrade. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting acknowledged.
Okay, so this
Yes,
lad is
affirmative.
really confused and keeps
Comrade,
not going in here.
affirmative.
Go in there. I'm watching you. Okay, there he goes.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Every time I hear that dun dun dun, I'm like, is it gonna do like a cool remix of the EGAD's
Affirmative.
laboratory EGAD's theme, basically, from Luigi's Mansion? It never does, and this game actually predates that one, so it's complete
Yes,
nonsense what I'm saying here, but that's okay. I mean, when you really think about it, everything is nonsense.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Naval unit
Oof.
lost.
That's a bad loss we suffered there.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting or acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Wait, is there no radar dome here? If there's no radar dome here, then why did I put in all that effort?
Affirmative.
Why?
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Because I know if I'm going here, it's gonna trip the mission field, right?
Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Agreed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Primary building selected. Building. Unit ready. Building. Preparing. Unit ready. Unit repaired. Preparing. Unit repaired.
Yes, sir.
Our base
Awaiting
is under
orders.
attack. Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Preparing.
So yeah, we can bring some units down here as well. I like how many possible approaches there seem to be for this mission, but also I...
Preparing. Unit lost. Unit repaired. Preparing.
Yes, sir. Very well.
I don't like how many ways it can go wrong.
Yes, sir. At once.
Unit repaired. Preparing. Unit repaired.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Preparing.
Agreed.
Unit repaired.
Like, it should tell me if I've destroyed the radar dome, right?
Unit repaired.
Dare I venture a spy plane to go? No, let's not. Let's actually just send some units over there.
Reporting.
Unit repaired.
At once. At once. Very well. Agreed. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Preparing.
Awaiting orders. Ready and waiting. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once.
Unit repaired.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
So that's another one of the radar domes we needed to destroy.
Yes, sir, comrade. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders.
Construction
Yeah.
complete.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Iron curtain charging.
Iron Cotton.
Yeah? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it gives me a very uneasy feeling that they still haven't called the mission done, like the initial mission, that is.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Affirmative.
Ready and waiting. At once. At once. At once.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
So
Affirmative.
this I think is a little bit
Yes, sir.
mean. So they have this radar dome 100% somewhere around here, the last remaining one. In such a way that I'm gonna have to basically wrap my way around the chronosphere. Is that how it is?
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting.
I do love that you can basically stage an attack from down here. Like I said, I do like the way this mission is built, even if it doesn't, if some of the functionality is a bit off to me.
Yes, sir.
I do think this is a really
Comrade,
well-made
acknowledged.
mission.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Maybe.
Comrade, acknowledged. Comrade, affirmative.
Well, it's fun anyway.
Mission saved.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Iron Curtain ready. Reinforcements have arrived.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Very well. At once. Affirmative. Affirmative. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. At once.
Well, this is awkward.
Agreed. Very well. Of course. Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Select target.
So the the chronosphere exploded itself, and we're just kind of sat here.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Affirmative.
Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Agreed. Agreed. Affirmative.
So I wonder, if I just destroy all allied units at this point, do I win or do I
Yes,
lose?
sir.
Unit
Ready and waiting. Of course.
Building.
Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Reporting. Agreed. Yes, sir.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Very well.
Unit lost. Mission accomplished.
Okay, so that was a really strange mission. I take back the well-made part. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Westwood. Or, well, rest in peace, Westwood, but... It was a fun mission, but it did definitely had a few weird things about it. Well, hey, we made it through, and that's what matters. Time for the finale, question mark?
This was not to happen. The chromosphere was to be ours. Now all we have is a pile of debris.
Oh.
No, General. are to blame.
He failed to deactivate the radar centers. I believe he is aware of the punishment.
Take him out and shoot him. Get him out of my sight.
Comrade Stalin, the General is not responsible for the destruction of the chronosphere. I personally monitored his actions.
And who then would be to blame? Clearly, the General is at fault.
Yet, comrade, it was you who failed in your actions. You did not inform the General of the other Allied transmitter that was nearby.
Is this true, Cuckoo? Was there a fourth transmitter?
We did not notice it on the first pass, but yes.
You disappoint me, Kukov.
I guess that was just supposed to happen then? Okay. It was not a glitch. Okay. I give back the well-made. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Stalin chokes a man very gently. And then throws him on the ground. Semi-gently.
If the chronosphere is not to be ours, then let it be buried with the remains of the Allied dogs. Where are they? Where's their base of operations located?
We have traced Einstein's signal. He has moved to the coast of England. It must be the center of the command.
General, consider this your redemption. You are to lead the attack on the Allied headquarters. Level it. Destroy forever all traces of the Alliance.
Comrade, Commander...
Continue! Comrade. And you will find yourself on the floor with Kukov. Assemble a strike team. A continental Soviet Union is our destiny.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Well,
Unit lost.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Awaiting acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
deploy here.
Acknowledged.
Cannot deploy here.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction options. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
right, I'm just a bit overwhelmed by how this whole thing started. Wow. Like, I was not ready for the amount of impulse, for like just the sheer amount of stuff that was going to be thrown in my face all at once there.
New construction options.
Like, just from the whole, like, whiplash of, oh, the chronosphere got destroyed. Was that a glitch? No, actually, that's supposed to happen.
Construction options. Building.
Stalin very mad. Stalin threatens to kill girlfriend. We are definitely the good guys. And also then we come here and 50 tanks and... okay.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete. Building.
Right. Sorry about the long silence. I will attempt to talk again now. After the sheer overwhelming intro of this mission.
Construction complete.
Cleared out.
New construction options.
Right, so I might need a few tries to figure out from which sides we're gonna get attacked. I'm thinking the top left seems to be mostly where they are, because we're mostly in the bottom right, but they can still attack from there as well. So let's
Building.
build up the essentials.
Training.
Let's do what we always
Unit
do.
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative.
Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
So I'm guessing this is just gonna be a mission to basically put them in the ground. No, no silliness with capturing.
Unit lost.
Oh man, I dislike those gap generators a lot. They make everything way harder to plan out.
Construction options.
Like I like seeing things, guys. I like knowing where things are.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well.
I mean, this is a coastal mission, so it makes sense. But a surprising amount of
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
this whole thing is water.
Building.
I mean, considering it is coastal, it's not that surprising. But you know what I mean.
Building.
I was surprised until I thought about the whole coast thing.
Unit lost. Construction complete. Construction options. Unit lost.
Reporting.
Base is under attack. Building. Low power. Repair.
Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
On hold.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, so this is another one of those no chill missions. That's good to know. No chill.
Reinforcements.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Agreed. Agreed. Reporting. Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Waiting orders. Ready and waiting.
Construction
Very well.
options.
Affirmative. Agreed. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Construction
Affirmative.
complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, one fundamental mistake I think I made at the first one was I sent my units into one of their little outposts right away, losing even more of
Construction
them.
complete.
We probably want to make sure we actually have some units to defend ourselves with, for starters, so let's just stay humble here. And make a small place we can actually defend, instead of immediately expanding to dangerous levels. So I was checking my settings again, and one weird thing is, there's an animation I have set up for getting bits, and it never works. Like I had like a coin with my face on it,
complete.
and it never plays. It always just does the bits
Construction
thing.
options.
I don't know why. If I clear the mission, I'll show you if you remind me.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Yeah, it doesn't work for some reason. I don't get it.
Building.
Oh yeah, we need to remember also, the V2 rocket is actually really good against these little outposts, because range.
Training.
I actually don't think it was a bad idea to explore the map like I was doing though. Yeah, that's why we don't make a save until we have a proper start laid
Construction
out.
complete. New construction options. Building.
So they attack kind of from the bottom and right there, not from where I was expecting basically.
Building.
They start with a lot of money, that's advantageous.
Construction complete.
I do like money.
Building. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
This drummer is going really crazy.
Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Unit lost. Low power. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Construction
Yes, sir.
complete.
Acknowledged.
Cannot deploy here. Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Lord, please give me some room to actually do this mission, okay? Guys.
Ready.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Yes,
Base
sir.
is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Low power. Unit lost. Building.
Waiting order. Acknowledging orders.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
Right.
Silos needed. Silos needed. Building. Construction complete. Building. Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
It feels like this is going to be a rough start either way. Reminds me of that one mission in
Acknowledged.
Silos.
Command and Conquer against the Soviets, where you have to basically
Vehicle reported. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Affirmative.
like just fight an uphill battle against these flame tanks that keep coming in. Alright, we don't get anti-air until we build a radar.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. New construction options. The base is under attack. Building.
Comrade, vehicle
Unit
reporting.
lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Our base is under attack.
Okay, we got the anti-air up just in time. Depending on your
Report, vehicle
definition.
Construction
reporting.
complete.
Awaiting orders.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready.
They didn't get to destroy the refinery, that's basically the main thing here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I could get any kind of foothold at all here.
Unit ready. Our base is under
Yes, sir.
attack.
It seems the coast is a big vector of attack for them in
Unit
this
ready.
mission.
Building. Construction complete. New construction options.
Report acknowledged. Report acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
So let's make a
Unit
sub
ready.
pen then.
Building. Our base is under attack.
Oh,
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Unable to comply. Building in progress. Repairing. Construction complete. New construction options. Unit ready. Building. Cancel. Cancel. Our
Report
base is under
affirmative.
attack.
Acknowledged.
Unit repaired.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
oh my gosh, this mission!
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Lost. Our base is under
Acknowledged.
attack.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Alright. Allow me to propose an alternate idea.
Reinforcements arrived.
Acknowledged.
Lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
So I actually think that what my thought in the last mission wasn't that like the first attempt. I think I actually kind of had the right idea there.
Yes, sir.
But I went to the wrong conclusion from there. That's basically what I'm thinking.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
So yeah, we should absolutely destroy this outpost. You know why? Because we need a central position, so not all of our buildings are immediately in range of the destroyers.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Hey, 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 hey.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Well, that...
Reinforcements
Acknowledge. Reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Ready and waiting.
lost.
Acknowledge. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Orders. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Report. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Vehicle report. Acknowledge. Yes, acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge. 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 Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Right.
Waiting order. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Construction options.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit lost. Base is
Yes,
under
sir.
attack. Building.
Getting a proper start in this mission is a challenge, isn't it?
New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir.
On hold. Cancel.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Right, so they probably can't hit most of our buildings from this side, so they'll have to come over here to do it. Which hopefully gives me a bit more time and a better way to defend myself.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Reporting. Agreed.
Construction complete.
I'm gonna put that down there because it's an easy and cheap to rebuild building.
Training. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready. Construction complete.
Let's just get some of that up right now.
Construction options. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building.
Maybe I should have done the war factory first, but every second is a wasted second.
Unit
So.
ready. Building.
Just in case they have
Training.
tanks.
Unit ready. Training. Construction complete.
This time we won't get
ready.
surprised by the anti-air again. By the air again, so we'll have the anti-air.
Building. Unit ready.
I just say the exact opposite of what I mean, and you hopefully understand. There you go.
Building. Our base
Thought
is
you had an
under
easy
attack.
target, didn't you?
Preparing.
Right, so this mission, they basically don't mess around. Like, okay, now you gotta understand how to defend yourself against everything. Good luck.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Construction complete.
Which makes sense for a finale. I mean, it's fine. It's fair to expect that I should know these things. Except they missed one vital thing. It's me.
Base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building. Unit lost.
Vehicle reported.
Gosh darn it, they can still kind of reach from there. Very frustrating. Hopefully not very much. Oh no.
Affirmative. Waiting on affirmative.
Base
Yes,
is
sir.
under attack.
Acknowledge.
Construction complete.
Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Cannot deploy here.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Construction
Affirmative.
options. Unit lost.
Acknowledge.
Unit lost. Base is under attack.
Ready and waiting. Agreed. Very well.
Oh my gosh, how do you get a foothold?
Very well.
Unit lost.
I'm genuinely baffled by the entire situation here.
Reinforcements.
Acknowledge. Ready and waiting. Acknowledge. 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 Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Perfect. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. 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 Report acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Report. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, plan C.
Yes, sir.
We set up here.
Acknowledged.
All the way to the
Affirmative.
left.
Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
New construction options. Building.
There's a joke in there somewhere, but I am not gonna make it. So can
Construction
we
options.
please not get attacked by ships and such right away?
Construction complete. New construction options.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Construction complete.
Okay, we go for the war
Building.
factory so we can start setting up Tesla coils and then put walls around it, and that'll hopefully be our redemption here. Unless they come in from here, in which case we're once again effed. I need like a point to defend ourselves at.
Awaiting orders.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
See, it feels like every time I get a
Construction
decent
complete.
foothold on land, I lose the foothold on the sea, and
Cannot
vice
deploy
versa.
here. Building. Building. On hold.
See,
Cancel.
I wonder if it's stupid of me to invest so much in economy when they clearly give me like a ton of money to start with. Maybe the point is to not do that yet.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
Okay, now I forgot the. Oh gosh.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Reporting.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Of course. At once.
Unit
Yes,
ready.
sir.
Building. Construction complete. Cannot deploy here. Our base is under attack. Repair.
I won't deny that this mission is bringing a bit of a frown to my face.
Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Repairing. Repairing. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Low power. Unit lost. Building. Unit lost. On hold. Cancel. Building.
Reporting. Agreed.
Base is under attack. Construction complete. Building.
Oh boy.
Construction complete.
Yes,
Well,
sir. Very
I'm
well.
out of time. There are the ships.
Unit lost.
Agreed. Of course. Yes, sir. At once. Affirmative. Agreed. Waiting orders.
lost.
Affirmative.
Building. Silos needed. Silos needed. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Building. Silos needed. Repairing. Construction complete. Our base is under attack.
This is kind of making me feel like I almost need to
Building.
build multiple buildings at
Silos
once,
needed.
like in generals. Okay, no, we haven't lost yet. We haven't lost yet. Let's not
New
panic.
construction options.
I think a lot of this is intimidation.
Our base is under attack. Building.
When you really look closely at what's happening, it's not that difficult to
Unit
overcome.
ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
See.
Acknowledged.
Okay,
Acknowledged.
now he has his gunboat buddies, but this jerk is useless in close combat.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Construction complete. Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
At once.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting for acknowledged.
Unit lost. Our base is under attack.
Well, that's our construction yard gone, and thus our chance to win. That's the longest we've lasted, though. I believe there might be something to that strategy. I won't let the salt flow too much yet, though it is flowing, don't get me wrong. There is salt here.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements
Acknowledged.
have arrived.
Acknowledged.
Ready and waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle
Yes, sir.
reporting.
Acknowledged.
Traffic. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting for affirmative.
One extremely critical thing about this mission is
Yes, sir.
don't just start driving the tanks in one direction.
Acknowledged.
This position is easier to hold if you stand still. That's something I had to learn the hard way.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
New construction options.
Okay, so we basically need everything and we need it
Construction
now.
complete. New construction
Don't
options.
bother with the money
Building.
yet.
Construction complete. New construction options. Building. Training. Unit ready. Training. Construction complete. New construction options. Unit ready. Training. Building. On hold. Cancel. Unit
Report
ready.
affirmative.
Training. Unit ready. Building.
Yep, okay.
Reporting affirmative.
I think getting naval defenses up as quickly as possible is gonna be essential here.
Unit ready.
Vehicle acknowledged.
Building. Construction complete. New construction options. Building.
Yes, sir.
War
Very well.
factory is
At once.
extremely
Yes, sir.
important right now. Ideally, I want so many subs here that they kind of get blocked from even passing through, if that's even possible.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Like, we can keep it all close to the coast as long as we can defend the coast
New
properly.
construction
That's the main
options.
thing.
Low power. Building. On hold.
Every time I feel like I have a strong hold on one
Unit
particular
lost.
part of the
Unit ready.
this little island, be it sea or sky,
Construction complete.
one of the other parts starts to fall apart.
Building.
Yes, sir.
On
No, no, no,
hold.
no, not land defense. Land defenses are good for now. Let's.
Unit ready. Building.
Comrade.
All right, all right, all right, all right.
Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Construction complete. New
We
construction
need air
options.
defenses now.
Building. Repairing.
Like, our mammoth tanks are putting up a respectable job here, but they're slowly getting smothered by these annoying helicopters.
Construction complete. Building. Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Preparing.
Vehicle reporting.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Cannot deploy here.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Uh-oh.
Building.
Refinery is actually critically important now. We don't have that much money left.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting.
The refinery didn't last very long. It's always... This side always seems to catch me off guard.
Construction complete. Unit lost.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Building.
Not sure what my priority should be at this point. These vehicles are important, and I need to build more. But our war factory got broke, so...
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes,
Naval
sir.
unit lost.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Reporting. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Repairing.
Alright, alright.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit repaired. Repairing.
We survived that initial attack, but it's kind of kneecapped us at the start, so... Whether we're gonna make it through
Insufficient funds.
through the next attack even is very 50-50 right now.
Reporting.
Repairing. Unit repaired. Repairing. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Unit repaired. Construction complete. Repairing. Building. Insufficient funds. Construction complete. Unit repaired. Building.
Okay.
Repairing. Our base is under attack. Construction complete.
Okay, that was a pretty good defense there.
Repairing. Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
repaired.
Affirmative.
Repairing.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Comrade.
It's a shame it didn't last long.
Affirmative.
Construction complete. Building.
No use crying over spilled Tesla coils, I guess.
Vehicle
Let's just
reporting.
get right back to it. Oh,
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
I want to get off of Mr. Einstein's wild ride.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient funds. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Is under attack.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete. Building.
We have enough subs to probably go through another
Construction
attack, but
complete.
not many attacks.
Building.
That's the worst thing about the Tesla coils. They're so fragile and they can do nothing against air, so... you leave them alone
Construction
and they're
complete.
a prime target for those little helicopters.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Repairing. Silos needed. Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit repaired.
Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Unit repaired.
Right.
Construction complete. Building.
Hey, spin,
Comrade,
spin, spin.
affirmative. Acknowledge.
Awaiting
Construction
orders.
complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Okay, okay.
Repairing.
This feels a bit like that
Unit
anecdote
repaired.
about the boy who stopped a flood by sticking his thumb in the dike, you know?
Construction complete.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Building. Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Oh, come on.
Acknowledge.
Give me a break, man. Give me a break.
Silos.
Affirmative.
Give me a break.
Affirmative. Waiting order.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Comrade,
The base is under attack. Unit
acknowledge. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
repair. Building. Our base is under attack. Construction complete.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Repairing.
Okay, okay.
Building.
Do we have something
sir.
resembling a stable position
Comrade.
here?
Affirmative.
Kind of, but no, because they...
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
The problem is the coast right now. Those transports need to be stopped from ever going through here. If we could build walls, like some kind of
Construction
water
complete.
wall, that would be fantastic, but...
Report acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Okay, okay.
Building.
Reestablish our presence in the water now that we have...
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
I was about to say
Acknowledged.
breathing room, but I
Construction complete.
know the moment I'll say it, it's like
Construction
a suddenly
options.
mission failed or something. Okay. Let's not waste the
Comrade.
subs we have.
Comrade, acknowledged.
Get repaired, guys.
Repairing. Unit repaired. Unit repaired. Repairing.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
repaired.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Okay, we have a foothold,
saved.
or something resembling one.
Silos needed. Unit
Waiting
repaired.
order. Affirmative.
Also, allied ability to...
Base is under attack.
Yes,
Oh.
sir. Acknowledged.
Repair.
Nice.
Unit repaired.
That is exactly the desired result, what we saw there. That transport got wrecked
Acknowledged.
trying to land on our shore.
Naval unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silos needed. Our base is under attack. Repair.
Awaiting orders.
Unit repaired. Repair. Building. Silos needed.
Reporting. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing. Construction complete. Unit repaired. Building. Our base is under attack. Silos needed. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete.
Yes, sir.
Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Unit
affirmative. Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Okay, the way it currently looks is that the base can kind of... No. Okay.
Repairing.
The base can kind of defend itself, but not really.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Building. Construction complete. Building.
Alright, let's build a war factory and get our sub-band back. Alright, what I was about to say before my train of thought got lost to the void is that we can defend our base relatively well, but not our harvester. We lack the resources to really consistently keep it safe. Which means we need to basically send it back, so enemies have to go through the meat grinder to get to it. That's the best way to do it right now.
New construction options.
Okay. We can actually build units now.
Building. Insufficient.
Yeah, see, this is the fun thing when it happens. They're like,
Is under attack.
"Oh, hey, a harvester, I'm going to attack it," and they pay for their cowardice.
Building. On hold.
Now that we have our boy here, I guess we should make a new ore truck.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Our
Affirmative.
boy being the war factory, which is a strange way to describe a building, but even so.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Okay. It's allowed to be challenging. It's the final mission, I guess. No,
Training.
not a word of this being unfair or something from my end, really.
Under attack.
Just had to figure out what the best approach was.
Building.
And then it's really
Construction
satisfying when it
complete.
works.
Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Silos needed. Building. On hold. Cancel. Silos needed.
Yes, sir.
Sweet music.
Silos needed.
So let's.
Building.
Oh,
Reporting.
I like it the most when they ignore the harvester like that. It's extremely dumb, but it makes me happy to see.
Preparing.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Awaiting acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Silos needed. New construction options. Building. Silos needed. Building.
Is it time to
Construction
establish
complete.
Operation Brute Force, finally?
Yes, sir.
Our base is under attack. Building. Unit ready.
Right, so if we want to consistently take out water transport before it lands, we need at least 2 Tesla coils or a Tesla coil plus something. Oh, right.
Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Bigger base
Vehicle
means
acknowledged.
bigger defenses, so we need
Acknowledged.
to build some extra SAM sites.
Acknowledged.
That's okay then. Oh hey, allied harvester. Nice to see you, question mark? As long as you don't come down here, the little Tesla coils will get ya.
Construction complete. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Interesting, the allies seem to have temporarily given up on water attacks for now. They do the transport thing, but they were attacking with destroyers and gunboats before, and they aren't now.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Is it really a good idea to put 2 Tesla coils here?
Acknowledged.
I am starting to think maybe
Acknowledged.
not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
On hold. Cancel. Building.
It's kind of sad to see this get destroyed on occasion, but it's fine. We're working from a relative... What are you? Well, now you are just... Now you are but dust.
Our base is under attack. Prepare.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Reporting.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Our base is under attack.
Comrade. Vehicle
Low
reporting.
power.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building. Prepare.
Reporting. Yes, sir.
Okay, we need our power back ASAP.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Well, I guess that would do it.
Repairing. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Insufficient funds.
Waiting order.
I wonder if I build another sub-ban, is that going to invoke them to attack on the water again?
Repairing. On hold. Cancel. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Acknowledged at once. Very well.
Unit lost.
Very well. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Okay, so their harvester has dared to come into our territory. Interesting.
New construction.
Okay, so I wish them good luck trying to park their dumb transport now.
Building. On hold. Cancel. Building.
Waiting order.
Insufficient funds.
I like how I spoke with confidence that they can't land their unit there, but I've still got all this protection right here. You can tell what a person truly believes, not from what they say, but from their actions. And I'm not confident that they are not going to land more transports on the coast here. But that's neither here nor there.
Base is under attack.
There.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Oh, they're
Acknowledged.
trying the thing with the destroyer again.
Report affirmative.
I guess building the thing really did invoke them to build another
Affirmative.
destroyer.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Repairing.
It truly is painful how much damage that thing does.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Yeah? Yeah?
Insufficient
Okay.
funds.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Construction complete. Repairing.
Okay, so it just drives around it. So it was probably... my paranoia paid off in that regard. Does make me wonder if I should now install
Building.
additional protections on that side there.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Building. Repairing.
Yeah, gotta get the war factory back up.
Unit repaired. Repairing. Unit repaired.
Yes, sir.
Insufficient
Yeah?
funds.
Okay.
Unit ready. Building.
Reporting.
Construction
Agreed.
complete.
At once.
Yeah? Okay.
New construction options. Unit lost.
I'm a bit worried about putting it so
Unit
far
ready.
to the right because
Building.
they might get a ship to shoot at it from there.
Unit lost.
Waka wow, waka 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 wow, waka waka wow. The music in this game is really good though. Oh boy, they are pretty
Unit
excited
ready.
about defending that side of the
Building.
map.
Reporting.
Okay.
Acknowledged.
Perhaps exploring the water a bit is a wise idea.
Unit ready. Building. Insufficient funds. Building. Unit ready.
This is a good island.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Affirmative.
Like, if you'd be willing to go through the whole shebang of
Acknowledged.
bringing the harvester here and then back. But there is a package there, which seems like it might be worth it.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building. Unit ready. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Building. Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Repairing.
Vehicle reported.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. At once. Very well. Of course. Affirmative.
Waiting order. Affirmative. Comrade.
Okay, he really can get through this, that's it. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Acknowledged. Comrade. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
There's a couple of ships just kind of waiting here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Of course. Affirmative. Of course.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. 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 Waiting order.
Nice try, nice try. But no. Denied.
Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Silos needed.
Dun 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 dun.
Building. Construction complete. Building.
Right, there's a base right there. Should we just try to attack it?
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
I just don't want it to break is all. One
Construction
thing I think is kind of an
complete.
interesting dynamic is when a bridge breaks, that area becomes inaccessible to land units, but it becomes accessible to
Construction
water units.
options.
Kinda cool. I like that sort of thing.
Building.
It's just a shame you can't repair it, so there's no back and forth there.
Acknowledged.
But it is true, one door opens, one door closes, one door opens, in that way.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Waiting order.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Waiting order.
Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Uh-oh.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Awaiting for acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting for affirmative. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Lost. Base is under attack.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building. Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Report acknowledged. Affirmative.
Under attack.
Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Waiting order.
Low power.
Affirmative.
Oh boy. I
Building.
really thought I had myself in a good place there.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Reporting.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Very well.
Just a heal? Wow.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit ready.
Okay, there it is. That's what I wanted.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
So all the bridges are broken. That's going to be a problem, I believe.
Building. Insufficient funds. Structure sold. Construction complete. New construction options. On hold. Cancel. Building.
Well, with the bridges destroyed and our situation being what it is, we have now
Ready and waiting.
slowed down to a crawl.
Agreed.
Unit
Waiting
ready.
order. Comrade.
This guy is gonna have to stay on this island forever. It's
Affirmative.
tragic, but that's the way it is.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting.
Ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Very well. Very well. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Select target. Unit lost. Silos needed. Our base is under attack.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
There is a lot of base to consider here.
Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Spy plane ready. Select target. Silos needed. Silos needed. Reinforcements have arrived.
Waiting orders. At once.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Silos needed. Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Now the question is, are they gonna rebuild that?
At
Unit
once.
lost.
Agreed. Agreed. Very well. Agreed.
Unit
At
lost.
once. Affirmative.
Spy plane ready. Unit lost. Silos needed.
Also, how far does their reach actually extend? Because I know they're... Okay, there's quite a lot here then. This base is the one we can actually reach by land, I believe. So maybe that's the one we should go for first and fully claim this side of the map as ours. That might be worth looking
Silos
into.
needed.
Problem
Yes,
is,
sir.
we can't leave this base alone for very long.
Unit ready. Building.
I can also
On
see our
hold.
economy collapsing
Cancel.
again because one of our
Building.
harvesters got knocked down.
Vehicle reporting.
Spy plane ready.
Yes, sir. Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
It's tempting to send a couple of units here, but
Unit ready. Select target.
What exactly have they got up there? Is it important? Oh, 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 oh. Sorry, that was a ridiculous noise to make. But yes, it is important. That's the main thing.
Select target. Unit lost. Silos needed.
Yes, sir.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Silos needed.
So many power plants here.
Silos needed.
It seems to me that if we could destroy this, we'd cause them some serious issues.
Training. On hold. Cancel. Silos needed. Building. Spy plane ready. Silos needed.
Right, so there's a whole base here, but it's not that well defended.
Unit ready. Building.
Actually, the aerial defenses here are not that good either.
Unit ready. Building. Our base is under attack. Construction complete. Spy plane ready.
Whoa, that was close, that was close. That one almost got broken.
Unit ready.
Don't like that.
Building. Building.
Zap, 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 indeed.
Insufficient.
So, Lily, is this mission considered one of the harder ones? Because, gosh darn, it's hard to get an initial foothold. It's okay now, but it's really difficult to start. I mean, it is the Soviet finale, I guess,
ready.
but gosh dang.
Building.
They keep giving me a pretty hard... What was that? What happened there? It did a static thing that makes me worried.
Unit ready. Building. Unit ready. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Comrade, acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative, comrade.
Reporting.
So if I send 3 MiGs, can they knock down
Affirmative.
this anti-air?
Insufficient funds.
Yes, actually they can,
Unit lost.
but not without cost.
Unit
So the
ready.
question is, do they rebuild
Building.
it? Because it genuinely feels like I've stumbled upon something very, very interesting here. What else does this base consist
Select
of
target.
anyway? If the
Our
spy
base is
plane
under attack.
can live for long enough to figure that out. Ooh, there's a... Okay,
Unit
right.
ready. Building.
Vehicle reporting. Reporting.
Unit lost.
So what if we do this? Will it live long enough to get that shot off? I guess we'll see.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds. Repairing. Insufficient funds. Repairing. Unit ready. Building. Spy plane ready.
Awaiting orders.
Insufficient
Yes, sir.
funds.
Acknowledged.
Repairing.
Acknowledged.
Is their economy in trouble? They don't. They haven't been trying to
Yes,
do
sir.
the whole
Affirmative.
transport thing for a bit, I think. Uh-oh. I may have to shift them to other money sources temporarily if the destroyer here is gonna make trouble.
Ready and waiting.
Unit
At
ready.
once.
Building.
At once. Affirmative. Very well. Affirmative. Of course. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Maybe we shouldn't try to fight the ships like this. We're
Acknowledged.
just gonna lose a lot of units here.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Alright.
Acknowledged.
Oof. This is quite the bottleneck they've got set up here.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
And they're peppering us from behind as well. Actually a decent strategic response to what I was doing.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged.
Is this a fake base?
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silence needed.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
I don't think it is, but
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Silence.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Silence needed.
Waiting orders.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Silence needed.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Yes, sir.
lost.
Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
right, that seems to have been an
Acknowledged.
outpost mainly dedicated to launching aerial attacks on me.
Unit ready. Building.
Guess that's all in the past then. Good. Oh, right.
Select target. Building. Unit lost. Insufficient funds. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Right, this thing is the problem, I think.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Okay,
Waiting order.
go back to let that auto heal kick in for a bit.
Unit ready. Building.
Okay, I'm starting to think I might actually make this.
Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds. Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
They are quite fragile, the MiGs. It's a pretty expensive little attack there.
Reporting.
Unit ready. Building.
Oh, there you are. Interesting strategy there, bud. But you know, whatever you want to do,
Vehicle report. Awaiting orders.
you can just go ahead and do that.
Unit
Right, so it seems like
ready.
we have to go the long way
Base is
around
under
through all that, but that's okay.
Affirmative.
As long as we make it.
Acknowledged. Awaiting orders.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir.
Naval unit lost.
Ah, they're trying it again. Took them a while.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Unit
I
lost.
suggest that these guys start mining somewhere else for a bit.
Vehicle report. Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Acknowledged. Yes,
Unit
sir.
lost.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
I probably should have kept an eye on that as it was going on.
Awaiting. Acknowledged. 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 Vehicle reporting. Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, listen.
Affirmative.
This is the money you want.
Insufficient funds.
Okay, I was scared to invoke another water
Building.
attack, but now I think I should probably actually build some new subs and start doing some cleaning up on the water.
Reporting. Comrade, acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged.
Of course, very important, we need to destroy this.
Acknowledged.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Insufficient
Acknowledged.
funds.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
No, it's been a good long while since I actually tried to do the whole
Acknowledged.
stealing
Affirmative.
buildings strategy.
Acknowledged.
Unit
I guess the
ready.
meme has kinda
Building.
died over the years.
Acknowledged.
Years.
Acknowledged.
Listen to me talk like this is
Acknowledged.
these streams have been going on for more than a couple months.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Affirmative.
I do not like how damaged all these guys are right now. Could you guys retreat to the back of the base or something and avoid getting attacked for a bit?
Awaiting coordinates.
Unit
Affirmative. Reporting.
Base is under attack.
Comrade,
Unit lost.
acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit
Awaiting coordinates. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
silos needed.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Select target. Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Very well. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Okay, I believe I left a very permanent mark on their base there.
Silos needed.
But it might need a couple more punches
Silos
before it goes
needed.
down forever.
New construction options. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building.
Comrade, acknowledged.
Okay, let's just make sure our harvesters can actually mine stuff properly, because these guys have started to get really annoying.
Building.
Vehicle acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready. Building. Insufficient funds. Spy plane.
I'm trying to
ready.
see if they're rebuilding anything, because I want to know if I've actually permanently put them out of commission. It looks like
Unit
it, but
ready.
I ain't gonna
Building.
cheer until it's over.
Report. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Naval unit
Yeah, it's not so fun when you fight ships that can actually fight back, is it?
Acknowledged. 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 Yes, sir. Waiting affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready. Building. Spy plane ready.
Acknowledged. Very well. Affirmative. Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. Affirmative. Agreed.
Insufficient
sir.
funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Let's just have a quick
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
exploration. Man, it's so satisfying when you finally set up your defenses properly. And then your base gets destroyed.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative.
Man, oh man.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Maybe if I don't talk, the game will be kinder to me.
Affirmative.
At least it didn't go completely wrong that time.
Cancel. Building. Our base is under attack.
Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged.
Cancel.
Affirmative.
Low power.
Yeah, that's fine.
Building. Repairing.
Yes, sir.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting once. Affirmative. Waiting orders.
Unit lost.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Vehicle report, yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Alright.
Acknowledged.
So this base, gone. This base, gone. Leaving just this one in the middle to be annoying.
Select target.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Naval unit.
Okay, revealing ourselves at that time,
Unit lost.
maybe not the wisest decision
Naval
I've ever
unit
made.
Lost.
Yes, sir. Yes, affirmative.
Silos.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit
Waiting
lost.
acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Silos.
Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
Lost.
Okay, probably not the wisest idea to be picking fights with these ships when they're clearly the advantage.
Comrade, acknowledged.
They have the upper hand. Oh, careful! Move!
Affirmative.
Use them sweet auto heals you have.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Darn it!
Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. 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 Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting.
Silos needed. Building.
Waiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Awaiting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Select target.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
No, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Do that.
Acknowledged.
Insufficient funds. Unit ready. Building.
I'm not the biggest fan of the fact they can basically continue to spawn units from the side, like basically just get periodic reinforcements. Don't like that. A bit of a wildcard factor that's hard to respond to.
Select target.
Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Orders lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Select target.
Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Acknowledged. Reporting. Agreed. Affirmative. Ready and waiting. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Reporting. Very well. Yes, sir.
Select target.
Ready and waiting. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is the moment I've been waiting for.
Yes, sir. Agreed. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Reporting. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes,
Building.
sir. Acknowledged.
Insufficient
Comrade,
funds.
acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Waiting orders. Very well. Agreed. Agreed. At once.
Unit lost.
Look at these guys just chilling.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Very well.
On hold. Cancel.
Alright, let's speed up our economy a bit. Because this is getting to be a bit slow.
Structure sold.
Pretty confident there won't be as many aerial attacks, considering we just destroyed their two
Yes, sir,
aerial
at once.
bases.
Unit lost. Select target. Unit ready. Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I mean, they still have helipads, but I don't see them actually making any helicopters with it at this point. What are these guys up to? They seem really confused, to be honest.
Building.
Yes, sir.
Oh, they might be
Yes,
trying
sir.
to defend this base,
Affirmative.
actually.
Waiting orders. Affirmative. Very well. Very well. Affirmative. Waiting orders. Waiting orders. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Very well. Of course.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Building.
Of course.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
They still don't really seem to know what they actually want to do. They're just kind of lost.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Reporting.
Unit ready.
Comrade,
Building.
affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Acknowledged.
There they are again. And there they are again.
Comrade,
Okay, return to base immediately.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Our base is under attack.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Maybe it just feels slow because I'm watching it happen, but I think I'm gonna get another
On
Ortra.
hold. Cancel. Building.
Comrade. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Then again, maybe it's not a bad idea to
On
actually
hold. Building.
start clearing out the seas a bit. Oh,
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
because those ships are a big problem, really.
Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Acknowledged.
ready.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building. Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Waiting orders. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
This base is actually a bit larger than it looks.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Waiting
Oh,
order.
oh. Okay, come back, come back, come back, come back, come back.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledged.
lost. Silos needed.
Yes, sir.
Silos
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
building. Silos needed. Unit ready. Building.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Silos
Yes, sir.
needed.
Affirmative.
Waiting order. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Broke
Acknowledged.
one. Oh no.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
On
Okay,
hold.
that should be enough to
Cancel.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
clear the
Yes, sir.
oceans, I
Affirmative.
hope.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Okay, so I was worried that this was gonna be like completely insurmountable, but now I'm getting pretty excited to finish this campaign. Probably not gonna start on the whole expansion stuff yet.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Insufficient funds.
Wow, good aim,
Unit
plane.
lost.
Wow, these harvesters don't know who should go first.
Yes,
Unit
sir.
ready.
Yes, sir.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Also, yes, I will continue to call them harvesters, I guess. I keep correcting myself to ore truck, but what's the point? An ore truck harvests.
Affirmative.
Why not just call them harvester?
Acknowledged.
It's just a nicer word.
Affirmative.
Okay, I wonder, can we put these guys out of their misery, like, now?
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Alright.
Affirmative.
I came a bit over-prepared, I guess.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Report.
Does that mean we can approach without getting shot by the ships, or are there
Unit
still
ready.
ships on the left side?
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Oh, there's shield stips.
Report. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
That's what my brain went to, but yeah, there's still ships around.
Unit
Bummer.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Insufficient funds.
Reporting.
They even still have a refinery, that's kind of a shock.
Acknowledged.
Building. Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Yes, sir. At once.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Very well.
Building.
On the one hand, I'm kind of amused that this island doesn't seem to care that it's being attacked, but I'm also kind of disappointed.
Affirmative.
I thought the final confrontation would be like, okay, this is their last stand. They're gonna go hardcore now. As
Affirmative.
it turns out, they are just kind of fizzling out
Affirmative.
into nothingness.
Affirmative.
Building. Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. At once.
Waiting. Acknowledged.
So what if we try to cross this bridge then? I'm guessing the guy will destroy it, but let's try anyway. I do love executing bad ideas, even though I know they're bad ideas.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Affirmative.
ready. Building.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Awaiting orders. At once. Very well. Affirmative.
Just shot a medic. Basically broke many Geneva conventions, but that's okay. It's not really okay, but
Yes, sir. Very well.
Unit ready. Select target. Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Awaiting orders.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Agreed. Very well. Of course. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Acknowledged. Very well. At once.
Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Silos needed. Building. Unit ready.
right. They've been pulling this annoying nonsense the entire mission, so it would
Unit
be inappropriate not to do it back. I am a strong believer in poetic justice, after all.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Reporting.
Silos needed. Building.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. At once. Yes, sir. Reporting. Very well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. At once.
Construction complete.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Very well.
We have this whole aerial base here, but apparently their economy is just too broken to do anything with it. Well, that's fine
Reporting.
with me.
Yes, sir.
Silos needed.
Reporting.
Unit
Very well.
lost.
Affirmative.
Lost.
Of course.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Silos needed.
Reporting. Very well. Waiting orders. Very well.
Unit lost.
I'm guessing this was really the main base, and what we're destroying right now is more of a support base.
Of course.
Silos needed.
Affirmative. Of course.
Lost.
Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Unit lost. Silos needed.
Reporting. Waiting order. Waiting
Silos
order.
needed.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
You can just barely not get to that. That's a bit annoying.
Yes,
Hey. You guys have been sitting put
Silos
all
needed.
mission and now you're gonna attack my harvester? Bunch of punks, that's what you are.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting order. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Silos needed.
Acknowledged.
Silos
Acknowledged.
needed.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, so this might not end well.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Silos
Acknowledged.
needed.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Acknowledge.
lost.
Acknowledge.
Silos
Vehicle affirmative. Acknowledge.
lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
It did not, in fact, end well, but it's okay.
Acknowledge.
Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Very well. Affirmative.
Comrade. Affirmative.
Silos needed. Unit lost.
Ready and waiting. Yes, sir. Yes,
Silos
affirmative.
needed.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Comrade. Report. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Report. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Building.
Actually, why am I building mammoths? The only way we can get them here is through the
Unit
transports.
Waiting
It's
order.
actually kind of an awkward position we're in right now.
Sir. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge.
Unit ready. Building. On hold. Cancel. Unit ready.
Reporting.
Building.
Acknowledged.
Unit
Affirmative.
lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Vehicle reporting. Affirmative. 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 Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledge. 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 Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Alright, so we're gonna have to play the long game for a bit longer.
Silos needed.
Acknowledged.
It's okay though. I mean, there's no way they can get out of this.
Silos needed. Unit lost. Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Reporting.
Silos
At
needed.
once. Very well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At once.
Unit lost.
At once.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Silos needed. Building.
Awaiting orders.
Unit ready.
Yeah, I am looking forward to the days when bridges can be repaired. And then I'll hate it when I finally need to destroy a bridge to keep my base safe and they keep repairing it. Because that is simply how the pendulum swings.
Unit ready.
Vehicle reporting. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Building. Training. Unit ready. Training. Silos needed. Unit ready. Training. Building. Unit ready. Structure sold. Unit
Reporting.
ready. Training.
Yes, sir.
Unit
Yes, sir.
ready.
Reporting. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Comrade.
Silos needed.
Acknowledged.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Ready and waiting. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Reporting well. Reporting. Yes, sir.
Unit
Of
lost.
course.
Silos needed.
Yes, sir.
So this is their last stand, huh?
Silos needed. Building. Unit
Vehicle
ready.
report. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Building.
Ready and waiting. Of course.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Building. On hold. Cancel. Building. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting.
Structure sold. Unit ready. Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Comrade. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Waiting order. Affirmative.
Lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Because this is one way to spend the time while we wait for this
Reporting.
slog here to be over.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit ready. Repairing.
Waiting order.
Unit repaired.
Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Building.
Comrade. Acknowledged.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Building. Unit lost. Insufficient funds. Unit ready. Building.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Waiting orders. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Waiting orders.
Unit
Waiting
lost.
orders. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
Waiting orders.
Unit
Well, that
lost.
didn't exactly go like I'd hoped either.
Select target.
Yes,
Naval
sir.
unit lost.
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Unit lost. Select target. Reinforcements have arrived. Unit lost. Silos.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unit lost.
Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Very well. Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Silos needed.
Okay, thank goodness that's basically almost over.
Reporting.
Silos
Affirmative.
needed. Building. Silos needed. Unit ready. Building. Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
Building. On hold.
Acknowledged.
Cancel.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Right, so just that last little
Silos needed.
Comrade,
bit in the top right to contend with.
affirmative.
Silos needed.
Fine, silos, yes, here's
Building.
a lot of mammoth tanks.
Waiting order. Acknowledged.
Vehicle reporting. Ready and waiting.
Unit ready.
Affirmative.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Acknowledged.
Select target. Reinforcements have arrived.
Reporting. At once. Yes, sir.
Unit ready.
Yes,
Building.
sir. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. At once. Very well. Of course. Yes, sir.
Mission accomplished.
And there we go. Took me long enough, sorry about that. Okay, yes, parade sounds very happy. Yep, there he is.
Amazing, these English, how quickly they adapt. They must truly have been crying out for our victory. They have abandoned their old rulers faster than rats leading a sinking ship. We have done what no one else has dared. The Soviet Union stretches across the entire continent. We have liberated Europe at last. It's time to celebrate. Tea? Well, why not? When in Rome? Excellent.
Oh,
General,
he's gonna die, isn't he?
you have covered yourself in great honor. I will see to it personally that you are very well taken care of. Nadia, this tea is very excellent.
That's exactly what that guy said
I prepared it myself.
when he died, and that's what she said when he died. Is he gonna crawl on the table and die? Yeah, there we go. Rip. Yep, he even went on the table.
Poison. You bitch.
You bastard pig! You will never
Okay.
touch me with your filthy hands again.
Okay, she really didn't like him. I mean, that's not really a surprise or anything, but...
Well, General, this temporary chaos in Europe will only help to fuel the Brotherhood's cause. For centuries, we have waited to emerge from the shadows, and now we will make ourselves known. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord and took up residence in the land of Nod. You have done well to serve us, and for that, you should be rewarded. We estimate that the Brotherhood will tire of the USSR in the early 1990s. Until then, you will keep the peace. Fight our battles where you must, and you'll remain our loyal and obedient servant for the foreseeable future.
It is Cain then.
Future.
Okay.
Comrade Chairman, I am the future.
Well, that was a bombshell. For some reason, I think I might have known at one point, but I had completely forgotten that there was like a thing with between the Command and Conquer and Red Alert series. Wow. That totally, even though that guy is literally Kane, I had somehow like fooled myself into thinking that he was Yuri, even though it's clearly Kane's actor. But yeah, wow. I won't say that the betrayal at the end was a surprise, because I kind of figured she didn't like him. And, of course, Kane Man had to go and do something. But the whole correlation to it actually being Nod... Well, that was a bit of a shock. So, anyway. I managed to complete the campaign. Next time we'll have a look at... the expansion. Yep, it's basically a whole campaign, and here as well. And I'm not sure if there's a whole story to this one. If there is, we're gonna try and see it through from start to finish. If it isn't, we're just gonna kind of go through it and see how it goes. Either way, thank you guys for stopping by today. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you again most likely tomorrow. Good night.